Business Improvement, Harvard Village Residents Association, not the BIA, they're separate, in a second. But Michael Hayden is the heart and soul behind that alleyway. And I'll tell you this story, what happened to him 2 weeks ago. I'm down in my hometown, which is Chatham, with my family, and I get a page. It goes something like this. Scott, did you piss somebody off? Why? Because I woke up this morning and there's derogatory terms in a big high. I said, no, I don't think I pissed anybody off. But I never know. I don't really like gang guys too much. And I couldn't tell you who might have done something like this. I tell you this story for two reasons. One, to let you know nothing's perfect. Two, to let you know that when I'm in another city, I make a call to somebody who's involved. I tell him what's happened to Michael. He says, I'm going to find out, I'm going to get the paint and I'm going to fix it up. Okay, thanks, because I'm out of town. Great. I said, by the way, give Michael a call. He's feeling pretty bad. So he did. Somebody painted over that vandalism within 24 hours with paint that matched the garage door. And we still don't know who it was that fixed all that up. Because we built a community down there. It's respected. So in that vein, I'd also like to announce that a lot of those canvases that you have seen, if you want to get some school programs going, Style and Progress graciously donated those canvases to some of the schools in the area. We put them up and we had a big celebration about the art, because art, what the school principals tell me, art actually increases the productivity of the kids in the school. And they got these art things up and they got the mayor to come. Better yet, they got in, speak to the grade 7, 8s and all the high school students and say, and I didn't know he was going to say this, he said, it's better to run with the police, kids, than run against them. And to me that was success, that was relationships. So in relation to going forward here, thank you Style and Progress for donating those. They've also donated, can I say this out loud? No. I won't say that out loud. Okay. I have to keep my face here. A YouTube account called Toronto BMX. We're actually going to be painting a BMX park that's already built by a guy named Michael Heaton in conjunction with the Parks, Forestry and Recreation Department of the City of Toronto. It's currently under Lamport Stadium. You can follow the progress on that YouTube site with that camera that I just kicked off the stage. We're going to actually take videos of it and show the progress of that, so if you want to tune into that. I'd also like to acknowledge, before we bring up this program that he created in the police service, like the ideology or not like the ideology, he created a framework that I can work in, and the instructions that Heinz gave to each divisional graffiti coordinator for the police was, you do what works for your neighborhood. You work with what works with your neighborhood, you create your relationships. And Heinz supports everything that we've done. He may not do it this way, and we can all come to the table. I had to laugh when Christian said this about Style and Progress. We got off to a shaky start. I thought I was going to crawl under the table that day, you guys. But the fact we're in the same room talking to each other is amazing, and that's what community building is all about. So there's shirts that are on the table. They've got a radio station, Z103.5 on them. They're one of the sponsors for our Crime Stoppers program. So those shirts, I put one on each table. The idea is if there's somebody at your table that has taken something about relationship building in the community away from our lecture here today, if you have a discussion amongst your table about who has taken the most away, that person takes the shirt. If all the shirts are left on the table when we leave, we'll go home with a lot of shirts. But there's a lot of kids out there that want them. So that's what we'll do at the end. There was something that Area Gang Investigators Association, and through a series of blunders, this and that, and everything else, when you're trying to build an organization and you're part of a big team, our public face for gang prevention, intervention, and suppression is no2gangs.org. That's what we want to be known as. But I'm comfortable standing in front of you as a Toronto police officer and as the operations director of that organization to tell you that less than 5% of all express themselves. And I think that needs to be said, because that big misperception creates fear in their community. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm not scared of Reed. And Reed's a good kid. So just to throw that out for you. Now I'd like to bring up, Michael, can you and Viviana just say briefly what your piece is? I see you guys are finished just before we bring up Jane and Richard.